Hello everybody, this is KC, and I'm back with another episode of Starcraft 2 Silver League Strategies series, episode 2 here. And in this episode we're going to be doing pretty much the same thing as the last episode. Well, every episode is going to be like this. We're going to be looking at a pro game, we're going to be checking out a certain strategy within that game, quite a prominent strategy in the game. And then we're going to be going and looking at one of my games where I try to mimic the strategy, but in a Silver League environment. A Silver League environment? In my Silver League, I guess you could just say that. And we're going to be having a look at the comparison between the pro version and my version, and how well each one worked, whether theirs worked and mine didn't, or mine worked and theirs didn't. And exactly how that strategy can be used and applied in the low levels, such as the silver, bronze, gold leagues. And yes, so our first pro game we're going to be looking at is a game from DreamHack, I do believe, a Swedish tournament, I think, yes, held in Stockholm. The match we're going to be looking at is a match between ogsMC. I have to spoil this for you guys, I'm sorry. And he is going to be playing against a DuckloadRa, also known as whiteRa in Brood War. Two amazing players. ogsMC, of course, a Korean titan, won 2 GSLs over in Korea, and a whiteRa, DuckloadRa I should say, an extremely good Starcraft 2 player, played Brood War as well. I didn't follow too much of Brood War, to be honest, so I don't know about his achievements. But I just know that he is an extremely good player, very dedicated, and yes, he's just extremely high level. So let's go and have a look at our first game here. It's going to be a Protoss versus Protoss on Shakira's plateau. Let's go ahead and load up the replay. I do apologize in advance for any lag there may be. I actually forgot to turn my graphics settings down, so it might lag a little bit. But hopefully you guys can put up with it. And yeah. Okay, so it is loading rather slowly, I guess. Seems to be how my computer functions these days. Very slow. You know. Nearly done. Don't know if you guys can hear my dog barking in the background, but yeah. Hope she shuts up. Okay, cool. So the replay is loaded, and first thing I'm going to do is hide the timer, and I'm going to go Control N. Bam! ogsMC versus DuckloadRa, Shakira's plateau. MC down here, exchanging good lucks. DuckloadRa up here, and did you guys spot it? Did you spot it? Oh, I don't know if you did. Alright, I'll give you a clue. Alright, over here we have a extremely early probe scout from MC. Count the probes, guys. Bam. Alright. So, what he is going to be doing with this probe, I guess, to those of you who, you know, play StarCraft, I'm sure you'll know exactly what he's going to do with that probe. He's going to go over here, and he is indeed going to build a proxy pylon. And you notice how he's building this on the low ground, and that's probably because he doesn't actually know whether whiteRa is over here, or should I say DuckloadRa is in this spawn location or in this spawn location. If you go ahead and look at MC's view, let's take that off player cam. He doesn't actually know where DuckloadRa is yet. He hasn't even scouted his base. So this is an extremely ballsy strategy coming out from MC. And we're gonna go back to everyone here. And he is already building a gateway in this space, not even knowing where DuckloadRa is yet. So this is an amazing strategy coming out from MC. Okay, I guess not amazing because it is cheese, but it's just very risky. And you can see DuckloadRa he's not scouted this yet, and he is playing extremely standard now. He's getting his gateway down, and he's chrono boosting probes, and he's getting his gas on 15. And oh man, this doesn't look good. He's sending his probe the wrong way as well, and that means that he's not going to know about this proxy. MC, of course, not known for his cheesing rush, or rushing even. Okay, I guess rushing he is quite known for, but cheesing is definitely not known for that. So Whitera's definitely not gonna expect this. Go over to his player cam. He still does not know about these two gateways here, and he hasn't even scouted MC's base yet. So I'm gonna go ahead and say this is very, very bad. He's gonna start chrono boosting Zealots out already, and he is gonna move into the base now. MC gonna scout what's going on. Sees the cyber core going down and the gas, and only one gateway, which is of course standard, and he's gonna go ahead and send his first Zealot in. You can see straight away when he sees that Zealot coming from this angle, Whitera knows what's going on. He cancels his, notice he cancels his, what is it called? Cybernetics core, and builds a forge. Takes his probes off, and the GG comes out from DucloadRa so early in the game. But MC did have 3 Zealots, and he was getting more. Probably about to use Chrono Boost again, and only now scouting MC's base. So yeah, this is an amazing strategy coming down from MC. You don't normally see this type of thing in professional play, but even pros will cheese now and again. And this is more of a fun video, not so much of an in-depth strategy that we're going to be studying. More of a fun thing to see how this works in the pro scene compared to how this works in the noob scene. And two things might occur. Like, what might have happened here is that the pro just doesn't, well, Whitera, I guess should say, just wouldn't expect this coming out from such a high-level player. And in that case, it works very well, because you get the element of surprise. But another thing is that pro players might be very adept at countering cheese, that he might have actually scouted this. But in this case, this is how it worked out. And yeah, so we're going to go ahead and exit this replay, and we're going to go ahead and have a look at my attempt at this strategy. Of course, playing in the Silver League. And yeah. So let's go ahead and open up my replay. I was very lucky. This was my first attempt at doing this strategy, and I actually did get the exact same map, Shakura's Plateau, of course, as the previous game was played on. So I was very lucky in that sense. I don't know why that keeps happening. In my last episode, I got the Scrap Station as well, which was the right map too. So yeah, I just got some good luck, I guess, in the series so far. Let's hope it continues. So replay loading up here. It is now done. Thank goodness. Didn't take as long as the last one. And okay, just as I said that, it's going to decide to lag out a bit. Alright, cool. So let's go ahead and hide the replay timer straight away. And it's going to have a look at ISO. This is me, of course, the blue Protoss up here. And whoa, did you miss it again, guys? Here it is. I'm sending out my probe again. Well, no, actually, the first time it was MC. So I'm going to be doing exactly what MC did. Sending out my first probe very early, and you'll notice one thing that I'm doing here is I'm guesstimating, and this is what Starcraft's all about, taking risks. Look, his base could either be here or it could be here. To be honest, I'm not sure if it could be here. I think they actually re-edited the map, so they made cross spawns impossible on this map because it was just too OP for races against Zerg. So I think that's what they did. Correct me if I'm wrong. But yes, I do come in here, and I do see the supply depot. Luckily, if this supply depot maybe was back here, I wouldn't be too sure even where the Terran was. But I go over here, and I actually make a bit of a mistake. I reveal my probe, but I kind of realized that I could reveal it. I could put it that close to the command center just because he had already seen it with his supply depot. Some Terrans will not wall off against Protoss, in which case it'll probably be much more effective. But anyway, yeah, I decided to build my pylon on the high ground. Just, well, preference sake, I guess. And you also notice that I am playing against a Terran opponent. If you did not notice that, I'd be very worried. But yeah, I am playing against a Terran opponent, and so it's going to work out probably slightly differently to how MC's strategy worked out. But you'll notice in my last game, I was actually playing against a Protoss opponent, and the pro game you watched was against a Terran opponent. So these replays are not going to be exactly the same as the pro ones, because it'll probably take me years to, or at least hours, I guess, or maybe days to find a game which is exactly identical, map and everything. This game I was just lucky. I had cross spawns on Shakura's, which is exactly the same as the pro game we did watch. So I was very lucky in that sense. But you can see me, I'm building down my 2 gateways in the base of... I actually don't know what this guy's called. If anyone can... if anyone can pronounce his name, gold star for you. But anyway, he is walling off and he is pretty much oblivious to what I'm doing. And he made a huge mistake. He saw my probe come in here and he didn't check for proxies. If you see such an early probe or SCV come into your base, you should always scout around for proxies, guys. Because it does happen more than you think. And I'm now chrono boosting out my first zealot. He just did now scout my base and realized, you know, there's no buildings in my base except for 1 pylon. So he probably is thinking now, okay, he's proxying me. If he was clever, he'll be thinking that. But then again, this is the old Silver League. So let's have a look at his view. Okay, yes, now he is scouting with this marine. You can see he's queued up some move commands. This is very clever. And he did scout over there first, and now he is scouting over here. And bam, he does actually see my 2 gates. Let's go back to everyone. And I'm going to move out with my 2 more zealots just pop up. Perfect. So I'm going to move out my 3 zealots and my probe. And the probe is just to basically try and absorb some damage, or, you know, for any extra damage. What happens here is he actually surrounds my zealot, but it's alright because I put it up against the gas geyser, so he can't get a full surround. And I do end up losing it, but he does end up losing a lot of SCVs too. And I make a big mistake here. I move my 2nd zealot in without the 3rd one, and he surrounds that and kills that too. And you might be thinking, wow, that is terrible. But it's not so bad, because I was at the very least able to kill a lot of SCVs. And of course, he is not mining at all the whole time. He is killing my zealots, sure, but he's not mining, which means he cannot get any marines. And marines is all that's going to save him right now. So I do have 3 zealots, whoop, mouse went spaz in his base, building a 3rd gate. And he's only got like 1 or 2 SCVs still, and a mule apparently not doing anything. Not going to do much help there, but I'm chasing his marines. The marines are a bit faster than zealots, unfortunately. I dropped the mule, I moved one of my zealots to take care of it. And I'm just chasing his marines here. And he doesn't have any SCVs or anything. 2 more zealots popping out. And at this point, it's pretty much game over. Bit of lag here, sorry about that, guys. I will get that fixed in the next video, I promise. I will never break my promise to you. And yeah, you can see he's basically trying to do some fancy micro with his marines, but he doesn't really... it's not really going to work, because every time he stops and shoots my zealot's going to get hit off. So take out his racks here. And yeah, basically go ahead and build a nexus in his base. And he says, GG noob, quite right you are. And unfortunately I didn't have time to reply with a smiley face there. He left the game quite early, so I was very disappointed about that. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this. This is a bit of a more of a fun episode. Probably won't be doing too many of these in the future. But I was just browsing through replays and I saw this MC strategy and I thought it was very unique, coming from someone like MC. So I thought I would do it. And I don't do proxies often at all. You know, maybe once or twice, every now and then. But I thought I would go ahead and do it, and it turned out working very well. So a few things to note: when you get your probe, well, when you move your early probe out, make sure not to get it scouted. Move it on a scouting pattern that perhaps he wouldn't see. When you move it into his base, you can queue up build commands from here to here to here to here to here to here. Sorry, move commands to here to here to here to here to here. So it's pretty much going across the outskirts of the of his base the whole time, in which case it gives you the highest chance that he's not going to spot it with a building or a SCV or whatever. Because he did decide to wall in, he did see my probe, and I decided to go ahead with the proxy anyway, and he never scouted, and that was a huge mistake from him. I don't know whether he just didn't notice my probe coming into his base, or you know, he just thought it had gone out already or something. But yes, that's another thing. Always scout for proxies. If you see an early scout coming into your base, take one of your workers off. It's not going to hurt. Put it on that worker and just follow it around. Make sure there's nothing fishy going on. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed that match. A bit of fun there. I will be back in future episodes with a bit more in-depth gameplay and review into some more pro strategies. You can see I have a whole load of replays from DreamHack, and I will go ahead and look through those bit later. In the meantime, have a great day, guys, and I will catch you all later. So this has been Casey, and yeah, see you guys later. Cheers.